Green, we just censor office and dock, right?
Yo, what? It like swings open? Dude, this is slick.
I'm dropping.
No one. I'm pushing.
Nice.
Alright, here we go.
Alright, what's the plan?
Are we going all out?
Yeah.
So they could do this. I don't think that they'll try to open storefront.
I feel like storefront's a big enough play.
Door charge freezer and then wall charge storefront so you can look at the front.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's rocking what?
I'm taking extra flash just to see if I can finish it right here.
Alright, I'm out of here.
Well, they're going now. They're ready.
Here I'm heading north.
All right.
Who's got clacker?
Do we have arcade or do they have it?
We still have arcade.
3, 2, 1.
So I'm going in.
Freezer and storefront.
Get that power.
Send it, brother.
Watch arcade. Watch arcade. They can't come the other way. They can't come
Nice.
through.
GG.
Good execution.
Got it.
Green, we just censor office and dock, right?
Yo, what? It like swings open? Dude, this is slick.
I'm dropping.
No one. I'm pushing.
Nice.
Hello. This is indeed the best DP related stream, except for maybe Ducross's League. I don't know. They kind of have a contention. Hello, Tetra. How are you? Hello, gamer. Real gamer hours. We're making a bathroom bomb right now, and it's kind of funny. I just need to figure out how I want this bathroom bomb to work. There is a jumping spider on my... Come on, buddy. What are you doing? No, my bike is still in the shop, which I'm very sad about. I'm waiting on a part to come in that they can put on, and I can't do anything to make it quicker, so... Big sad moment. It's been 3 weeks, yeah. I mean, anything like you try to do with shipping right now is just screwed. And unfortunately, that is one of the things I need, is something to be shipped. So, while I agree it has been a while, yeah, not a whole lot I can do about it. Big sad. But it's okay, it'll be fine. It'll show up eventually, and I will be happy. Hello, Rez. It'll eventually TM, yep. It's starting to cross over into just my day-to-day life. Not a whole lot I can do about it. Music is a bit too loud, I got you. I think we were jamming out at the end of last stream. That should be fine. Let's do... There we go. It might also just be me. I might be quieter. Cat jamming hard for sure. We are jamming. It's actually really hot right now too. Holy cow. It's like 80. We're gonna die. It's horrible. Our beautiful 80-degree blue sky weather is gonna destroy us. No, because it's the middle of the workday, and that just doesn't really sit with me. It's kind of weird. Yeah, plus it's like, you know, if I was on my private channel, maybe, but even then it's just, I don't know, just something that I don't particularly care to do. So it's like 11 p.m. Yeah, it is still hot. That is just, that's all I can say. It's just still hot and it sucks and I hate it. It's not even that hot. That's the worst part. People come in here and be like, but my state hit 95. It's like, well, I'm glad you live in a furnace. Every bad map, Jen, you take a shot. You would literally be done before you could even make a map. Especially if it was like Dome, because there's just so many random ones that are like, yep, nope, that one doesn't work, that one doesn't work, that one doesn't work. So, yeah, no, I don't think I will. Thank you, Wilder Cat. No, with a base to jungle wall. No, that's not how base to jungle relates. It's not happening. We're not putting a wall there. You're neutering a room. I want to make rooms stronger. You're neutering 2 rooms. Literally never TM. I need to re-import things again. They're being all wonky. I could probably move this down a tiny bit. I need a breaker. I do not have one yet. Observation split in half? What does that accomplish? Like, how does that make obs stronger? Ugh. Like, it just, again, sounds like you're trying to neuter a room and its capabilities instead of buffing a room. Because one side would have to look into the other, so which one's it gonna be? I mean, cool new thing isn't really something I can act on, though. Like, I have to have a reason for doing something. I can do plenty of cool new things. It doesn't mean that any of them are good ideas. Like, yes, some of them will be good ideas, but that's not a reason for it to be considered as like something I have to put work into. There's gonna be a lot more things that aren't cool ideas that just are kind of shitters. And then I've spent, you know, potentially a couple weeks working on an idea that is just horrible and not wanted or needed. I'll do like bodega style. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that wall though, that's the thing. Like, it's a cool wall in concept, but it, like, for first of all, it reads like crap from the map screen in any view. Even though it is a cool idea, I don't think it's something I'm gonna be doing anymore. Like, it just, you can't tell. And that's a huge issue already with Windows. So like, making them into a feature of a room just seems really redundant. Yeah, I did. And I was told, you know, why did you do this? And I couldn't come up with a good explanation. Because I wanted to, and that's a bad explanation. Like, because I want to is not like something you can use as an excuse. And that I shouldn't be using as an excuse for maps. Like, people rely on consistency. So we've had all these maps that had one thing happen in them, where the obs walls were all facing one way, and all of a sudden I changed it. That's not good. We don't want to do that anymore. Like, if every single obs wall was a back and forth, it would work a lot better. But since they aren't all like that, it kind of defeats the whole purpose. And again, it makes it read like garbage. So, I probably shouldn't do a wall charge right there, huh? I'm gonna have to look at this map with that in consideration now. I think I'll do bomb back here instead. Because right now you could just drop through and wall charge in. I hadn't considered that. There should be a button for it, but I think it's a toggle box. I'm not particularly sure. I want to say you're looking for the single button aim brace. And what that'll do is if you're holding left mouse button or right mouse button, it'll go to brace. And I think if you click, it goes to ADS. I think that's going to be the only way to do it, Visti. Hello, Tommy. But give that a shot. I don't use that personally, so I can't really vouch for it. But that, again, it defeats the whole purpose of ops. Like, I would rather make a map with defenders in mind than attackers. Attackers, what I have to consider for them is, can they get in the building? And if the answer is yes, then I consider my job fairly done. Like, I am in the business of making a good map to defend and attack, but I'm mainly thinking about defenders when I'm making a map. Of like, you know, especially on a C-store, can they hold these angles? Where are their choke points? I don't like to think of like, where can you place barbed wire? Because there's just, you know, you can get into a rabbit hole of planning and counter planning with barbed wire that I don't personally feel like is very productive. But like, variations, definitely. But I also like having, you know, things be more defender-sided personally, or relatable to the defenders instead of the attackers, because it's their section, it's their area of the map that you're really making, and the attackers have to plan around what eventualities come from that instead of the other way around. Like, the defenders want to be predicting the attacker's plan. So only C-stores today? Yeah, probably. I didn't have work yesterday, took the day off, so I'm going to be making lots of maps today, and C-stores just happen to be the quickest. Yeah, so the option you're looking for is called single button aim brace. It's a toggle box. No, I haven't been doing factories for a hot second. I've been doing domes and C-stores. These shutters are also backwards. Oh no, I think I copied this guy. Yeah. Roof. Find this guy. Zero him out. The nice thing about skylight entries is I don't have to worry about a green door. Hey, thank you. Hopefully that is better than whatever you were using. Oh, what the? Oh, you're right, because I moved the thing. That's right. That's white. And then there's gonna be this guy right here. Zoobada boop. Scoobada boop bada bop. Ooh, hello. The what situation? What? I don't do drama unless it is directly applicable to me. So I no opinion. I have no clue what's going on, and quite frankly, I do not care. What else can we do? I kind of want this like sparse looking arcade, but I feel like this is a very common layout where it cuts the L in half. Right mouse button for brace and E for ADS. What? Calcit Vive a better automation? Yes. How much percent? No clue. I mean, that's a pretty broad question too. Because I guess yes, it does have better automation, but if automation is like, if you're talking about like gen times, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be a better question for Mr. Axeman. Mr. Axum. From what I've seen, yes, I like it. It's very good. Not a big surprise. Let's put a deli fridge right here. Deli. Deli. Oh, deli. Yeah, I mean, the DPL is an independent thing from due process. Like, they do their own stuff. We just support them. So if something happened with them, then that's their prerogative. Booth. Oh, I want the CL blue shelf. This guy, yeah. could probably do a couple fridges back here. Fridge. Give me that standing fridge. Yeah, we'll do it like this. And let's do one where it fills in right here. Let's do... yeah, let's do this one, and then let's put a red door right here. So that you can clear out the freezer with a door charge. Yeah, dude, you're a mad lad for using E for ADS. Like, that's... honestly, that's pretty impressive. Like, how... what was your pick? Oh, I guess F is default pickup, huh? I don't know, like... this map kinda looking okay. I want to put another red door up here. I think that'll even it out. Give it 2 reds. This one's a little bit more in choke point, I suppose. And instead of this, let's do a pallet. Pallet. Okay, we could probably do a couple of different pallets here instead. I think that'll just spice the area up a little bit. Spice it up like a Spice Girl. Oh, that's gonna be insanely tight. I love it. No, why would I black out? Like, I'm not gonna blacklist a map because you did a run out. Like, that's a game problem, not just a level problem. Like, a map having an issue, especially if it's happening to multiple maps in a tile set, that's a tile set issue or a game issue. Like, you being able to run out is the equivalent to me of the KR double shooting. Like, you know, that's, yeah, it can be relatable to levels because of hitboxes, but like, you know, I could add 3 drones to level and it would fix it, but that's also not a call I can make. Like, it, you know, at what point does it stop being a strictly level issue? I'm thinking this looks okay. I need to figure out what I want to do with arcade a little bit more, but I think it's fine. Maybe I'll just throw, I'll do it in this guy. I think like right there would be good. Then we can do, I think it's this guy, 3x1? Yep. Yeah, I mean, if it's a single level, like, you know, there's times when I do a bad, and that's fine, like, we'll blacklist it and then fix it if it's fixable. But something like a run out is, you know, how am I supposed to fix that? Like, I am more focused on making maps that are actually playable than trying to fix every single little broken thing about every single, you know, individual map. Like, that's not only an insanely tall order of a task, but it's kind of redundant because you're putting a band-aid over a hemorrhage, and you need to go to the ER and have it looked at by people that are different from your field and your tiny bit of first aid experience, if that makes any sense. Or at least consult with them as well. Like, if it's a UAV issue, that's a gameplay issue. Again, might be related to levels, but it's not a level direct, specific, whatever you want to call it, issue. At least to me, it is not. This one's gonna be kind of brutal. Did I double up on the mid-grounds? It didn't, okay. And let's put railings up here for the people that want them. Railing. What is it? It's like probably a catwalk. Yeah. That's the cap. I ain't capping. I'll do the catwalk. It's not this guy. Where? This guy. What? Where you go? I mean, yeah, like, I've given my opinion on this a lot, but if it was up to me, I would just make it so defenders couldn't go outside, period, dot. Like, no runouts, no circling the map, none of that. But I am not, I am not the person in charge of making these decisions, probably for good reason. Because I look at it from my perspective of level gen and how it affects me instead of the greater good. The greater good. Like, you change one system, two more will take its place. Hail turret. Yeah, that's close enough. So let's see, we got roof access, we got shed door. We have 2 red doors, surprisingly enough. A non-storefront bamboo. Is there anything jank? Is there anything jank, Mr. Anderson? No, I actually love the defenders. I just hate that they can go outside. They're allowed outside at all. Back in my day. What do I see on my left there? Is that something in the thingy? No, what is this thing? Don't need more shelving units back there. Unacceptable. Where I have no shelving units. Okay. I actually quite like my role as level designer. It is good. It can be frustrating like most things, but overall it's a very good role to have, and I enjoy it. Plus I get to be creative, which is more than I can say for most of my other jobs that I've had in my lifetime, which is very cool. Looking a little bit more lively. Let's just run that real quick again. Do a quick save. Gonna get a save. Can I get a hoya? Bathroom, storage, arcade, storefront, teller, fridges, freezer, office, shed. We have a truck. We have a bomb. This map. Ooh, I know what I am missing. Where's that floor fan at? I turn it off. Did I do it? I did. Let's go. Don't forget to drink your water. I'm gonna need to go and get some when I hit the room pass. Oh my god. Not even that hot. What the heck? It's 81, 82. Not even that hot, but it feels so hot. I don't understand. I'd like to get a non-tea storefront, but Fridges is just doing its own thing. This is a non-tea storefront, I suppose. But I need to figure out what I would do with that. Ooh. Ooh, this one would be so good. I might be able to do some surgery on this one. Yeah, we might as well. We can cut off the top and do all that stuff. Sinful rifle. Hey, thanks for stopping by Visti. Alright, everyone go and get your water. I'm pressing the room pass button. Go, 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 get your water. Get up and stretch. Do all that good stuff. Oh, and I'm back before the room pass is even done. Let's go! Laying in bed, I mean, sounds really good right now too. Room pass, gonna wait for the room pass. Aye. Macaroni with the chicken strips. Post room. Lighting. Portable prop pass. And loadouts. And then we save. Save. Beans. What the fuck? My favorite one is the condensed milk one. It's so good. Where did the beans thing come from, by the way? I'm familiar with the beans meme, but like, why beans? I feel like there's like a good misunderstanding on what the beans meme is supposed to be. And I want to be in. I want to be in with the hip kids. Oh, that was weird. Only one. Come on, give me the arcade, please. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. That's probably gonna delete them if I delete these though then, huh? Because beans are everywhere, because beans are funny. I mean, they are funny. I'm not denying that. I'm curious. I'm a curious one. They say the beans are everywhere, yet I see them only occasionally. Yeah, just he do be vibing through the arcade. And then I gotta do a big old delete on all of this crap up here real quick. Oh, it's not gonna let me. Oh, it will let me select it. Heck yeah. Oh, that's the whole mid ground. Oops. What you doing with the no mid ground? Let's deselect that guy. Delete, and then we have to do probes. I must probe. Level volume. I need snaps. Get ready. Brace yourselves. Okay, and then I need did it get rid of the... No, here's the light probe group. Are you gonna be nice to me today, Mr. Light Probe group? I don't think it will. It doesn't like me. Did you make Yellow Hermit? If it's a C-store or a factory and it's been put in rotation in the last 3 weeks, it was me. Oh my god, you're gonna make me do this. I want default. Yeah, it's hideous. Don't look at me, I'm hideous. We need probes. I hate it. I hate everything about this. Delete. Get out of here. Okay, why? Oh, because I'm still editing. Oh my god, with the frickin' mid-ground, bro! Please! The dome? I think so? It sounds familiar. But I don't know, I don't really remember, to be quite honest. Cool. Alright, let's go back to the best layout. Let's go back. Okay. I follow so far. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I don't like. It's a dome that's been blacklisted. That doesn't narrow down anything. I'm sorry. I don't know where this is going. I don't know if you were gonna give feedback or do what. You just kind of mentioned that there's a dome named Yellow Hermit. So, yeah. What, to blacklist a dome map? I mean, I don't even remember what the problem with it was, so, yeah. I'd rather just do a gate like that, I think. Yeah. Attackers have to use big brain. I do not see the problem. okay, like, I'm not gonna think of something as defender, attacker, sided. Because, I mean, chances are it'll be rotated out in a month and a half anyways, and then you'll never see it again. Like, cool, it's a really defender-sided map. Like, attackers, use your brains. Like, I would rather make something OP for defenders than OP for attackers. Like, if I just put bomb right here, that would be bad, right? But if I put bomb back here and I put red doors right next to storefront, like, no one's gonna say anything, even though it makes you think a little bit more as an attacker. It's just that, what you're talking about sounds like it's just that, but like extreme, which to me is fine. And it's just, it's only map. Let's get the wall. Oh, not like that. Become the Bob Ross of map making. There are no mistakes, only happy little accidents. That peak hole, that was there by design all along. You just had to see it. I can't take anything into account besides my knowledge about making maps while making maps. Like, I can, I guess, kind of keep the meta in mind for certain things. Like, it's been very prevalent that a storefront wall charge is very powerful, as it should be. That's the whole point of these shutters. But I'm also not gonna try to neuter storefront because a play became meta'd. Like, that kind of goes against the whole level design philosophy that we have of making things powerful. Like, it should be powerful. It should be overtly powerful to the point at which it is a pain in the butt to deal with. And it should make you think. I feel like the Invincible meme right now. Think, Tetra, think! If I block off jungle to trenches, I'm just neutering the sightlines from both of those rooms to the other, and the room relation becomes nothing. It's a good show, by the way, Invincible. I didn't think I would like it, but no, no, it's not what you sound like. If anything, that's also Axum to me, so I mean, it all evens out in the end, right? Think, Sandwich, think! You put a door here that was very obviously way too powerful for the circumstances of the map, and yet you're surprised when people complain about it? Yeah, I like that meme. That's a good meme. If it wasn't such a, like, depressing episode, which, I mean, that whole series is pretty depressing, but, like, yeah, funny meme, but, like, when you see the context of it, it's like, sheesh, dude, that's a little, yikes, man. Let's do a deli cooler right here. Deli. Actually, you know what, we'll do something a little spicy. We'll move this fridge out, and we'll extend this to here. No, it's called Invincible. It's a mature audience's superhero show. Like, it's pretty gory and graphic at times. But it has some interesting story beats in it. Not like the best I've ever seen for sure, but it's worth a watch if you're into superhero stories. And I don't know, some of my friends have been thinking about reading the comics too. But I don't know. Personally, I'm gonna stay away from the comics. I want to see kind of where the show goes. Do 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 do. Meow meow wow wow wow. I think that'll be okay. Windows in the hole. Yeah, I did that before and people were like, what the hell is this sandwich? I've also done it before where I put windows you could shoot through at the bottom and people had pretty much the same reaction of what the heck is this and why is this here? I did see a clip one time of someone doing that. They fell down and then they were trying to shoot people. They ended up being the last one left, and a defender just threw a Molotov in there and just roasted them. There you go. There's your trash heap. So if you fall in, you're in where you belong. Yo, what's up? The hole. Go into the hole. The other thing is there's no way up onto here. So I don't know if you'd even see all this trash. Like you might in this view, in a sat view, but you won't in map view. It doesn't have a map viz on it. Do 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 do. Water is so good. I love water. Pit to dip. I don't think we can do that now. Unless you do a make a map, in which case we can talk. Oh, first try, let's go. Let's just turn all those off. Tetra map coming? I don't know, whenever the community managers decide to do make map again. Like, I don't really have a say in when it does or doesn't happen. It just kinda does, and they're like, hey, can you do this? And I'm like, okay. I can do that! Yo, you gonna let him talk to you like that, Tetra? Sheesh! Yeah, true control. I'm surprised it took him that long to give it to you, honestly. I feel like you were streaming every day for like 3 months. Like every time I'd open Twitch and go to the due process category, it's like, Control Alt is streaming due process. Huh. Let's do an arcade doorway and then, should I? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do freezer door. If I actually do level gen, let's see if bots are wanting to feel responsive today. There you go. Oh, I'm just taking a little bit longer because I'm responding to chat and talking with people. Yeah, so once I'm done with this, if you hang around for another like 10 minutes, I'll get done and then we will make a new one. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to put next to the freezer. Typically I'd have fridges next to the freezer because it kind of makes sense thematically, but we don't really have that choice here. So let's get a standing fridge. The arcade machines, yes, I believe you can. I think they're set to thick. Like, let's take this guy for example. The Patrolman. So that one's thick. Let's see, I want like the backing. Where's the backing at? This guy. Yeah, that one's thick. Actually, is this one thick then? Yeah, you've been able to shoot through the monitors for a while. Like, they just have a trigger to break on them, I'm pretty sure. But it looks like this guy is actually a buggy boy. I'm looking for the backing. There it is. Yeah, this one's a buggy boy. Normally they're not a big deal, but I'll keep that in mind, I suppose. Store the maps with props and load them up, or have some data structure for it. I'm not quite sure what you're... Wait, like, you mean? The whole map gets saved and baked with a light bake, and then we take that map and we put it into a bundle, an asset bundle, and then we ship the asset bundle, and that's what you download. And the server can recognize the asset bundle, and then I believe that's how it recognizes maps and can run them. I believe. I don't know. I pretty much don't do anything except fix the maps past the bake process. Or like if I want to tinker with some settings in a baked map, I'll like pull those, but typically I just kind of make the maps and then I'll make assets that go, or I'll make fixes to assets that go in the maps. Sorry, brain fart. So I suppose, yeah, the first one, because we do store the maps with the props. Like everything is in the map when we ship it, so there's no like hidden surprises that the server has to deal with. Oh, I want to put something right here. I feel like this is kind of wasted space. We don't have any vertical ones of these yet. So let's get a couple of those in. Let's do like that. That's gonna be a tight fit though. That doesn't really work. Well, I suppose we could do it like that. Think of it like this: the storefront is the most valuable asset space that a business owner can have. It's the space where all the shopping is primarily going to be done. So like, if you have a convenience store that doesn't have a whole lot of shelving space or shelving in the space that's allocated, it would pretty much just be a deserted building, which is why I like to fill things up. But like this looks a little bit too, I don't know, sparse. Like, I'm thinking I'm gonna do this and put something else right here, like pillars or something. Because I just don't like the look of this going like this, and then there's this part as well. Like I don't like any of that. So we're gonna change it up a little. Innovate on your designs. And what should we put there? What haven't we used in a hot second, I suppose? We have the deli, we have the hot food. I kind of just want to do pillars, honestly. Just pillars out. Maybe a pillar on this side for this guy. So there's like a tiny bit of hardcover. Yeah, and then I can meet it up with this guy. Yeah, okay. It's all coming together. We are on Unity. And we're in Unity 2019, I believe. Do 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 do. Yeah, I mean, what works really well is just not even letting people approach the storefront, but that's also really hard to do. Like, you need to be proactive about it, and you need to trust that your teammates are going to have your back. And I wish I could do that in pubs, but I just can't. So I tend to go with the safer, just like, okay, well, we're not going to raise up the shutters or anything, you know? I like that a little bit more. That fits a little bit better with what I was going for. Got some hardcover. Ooh, this is a little out of whack, though. Can I afford to move this over? Yeah, totally. There we go. Got a couple different barb lanes that you can choose. It's like a Plinko game. Like, ding, 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 ding. That's gonna be a really tight squeeze right there. This whole office is gonna be a tight squeeze. I'm gonna get rid of this guy. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. And we will tuck our chairs in like a good lad. We'll get rid of that. I don't think we need it. It's better to delete than to add. I think that's looking good. We're gonna do our prop passes. Do 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 do. Oh yeah, where is green? We're not done. We gotta make ourselves a skylight. Good call, good call. This guy. I almost forgot the most important part, bruh. I think we also need a breaker. Did I put breaker in arcade? We do need a breaker. Yikes, I did not think of that. We're not done, not quite. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? The back left corner, like this corner? Yeah, that could be good. I don't want people getting on top of these pillars, that's the thing. Like, if I let them get on top of the pillars, I'm gonna hear no end about it. I just don't even want to have that conversation. The deli section. Because that creates a funnel just off the bat, and like, I want to be mean to attackers, don't get me wrong, but I do need to let them in the building to some extent. We could do a weird, like, do like this. That could be different. I don't think we have many of these. Do you just hate attackers? I mean, I hear more complaints about attackers, so I suppose. Like, I am neutral to both of them, but I make maps in relation to defenders more than attackers. Just because defenders have more to think about, so they should be given more advantageous things to have in their map. Like, it is the defenders of that map. It is not the attackers of the map that they decide to take over. Like, no. Like, the attackers should be forced into making a decision and trying to stick with that decision, or choosing a different plan, or making a different plan. Like, the attackers being able to just be like, yep, we're gonna do this, and blow in and win every single time, that's unacceptable to me. That means that the map was too easy for attackers, in my mind. Or maybe they were just good planners, I don't know. But typically when people are able to do that, the map, it's not that the map was not complex enough, it was that they had too easy of a choice to make, and it was just an objectively better choice to make. And I want there to be a conflicting decision that you have to make there of, you know, do we blow this charge here in this potentially very good spot, or do we hold on to it, try to bank it for next round, and go from there? Like, I want people to have that internal discussion when they're playing the game on my maps. I'm okay, Med. How are you? It's very hot in the Pacific Northwest. It's not even, well, I keep on saying it's hot. It's not hot. It's warm and humid, which is annoying for us because we're used to living in the gray, humid, like, you know, 80% of the year. So when it gets sunny out, we have to go through this acclimation period of, like, just misery and suckishness, and it's not fun. So I don't know, I might like go and build jumps today after stream, but I do have a lot of maps to make, so yeah, we'll see about that. Let's just zero that out. It's getting hot in here, so hot, so take off all your clothes, Why is this one lower? Why is there a disco ball? Get back in there. What are you doing, disco ball? The sun's coming. Oh, we got internal breachable walls. Nice. So much cleanup to still do. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Let's just yoink this guy. I mean, I'd love to do a hot tub stream on my personal channel if I A, had a hot tub, and B, none of you were invited. And it was only the hunks in the chads. I guess I wouldn't be invited either to my own stream, so it'd just be like an empty hot tub with me like commentating off camera. Maybe I'd put in like one of those inflatables, but it would just be like by itself. It's like a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man just like chilling out by the pool. Like having a one-on-one with him. Empty hot tub stream, yeah. Did you see what the PC Gamer did? I think it was PC Gamer, where they're just streaming Geralt in the tub at the beginning of Witcher 3. I thought that was pretty funny. Dude, if I had a hot tub though, I would be in that every day. Like, I am just tensed up all the time from just doing labor or physical activity or sitting. It's like I can't catch a break. Everything I do is just like my muscles go, hey, can you not do that? And I'm like, but I want it. And they're like, how about you don't, son? And then I cry because they told me not to. Why is this one? What the fuck is going on? What is this thing? Why is it over here? Why is there a 1x1 right here? Did I just put it there and forget about it? I suppose I did. I mean, all this looks good. Roof. Oh god, I gotta put the railings on again. The safety railings. Green door and teller. Yeah, just defend it. Like, look how many barb spots you have. You could put one outside, one inside, one here, and one here. Like, that's 4 barb spots, not including the doors themselves. I think it'll be fine. Stripper pole doesn't exist. What are you talking about? There is no stripper pole. Oh my god, we still need a breaker. God dang it. I hate it. Seal. I must break you. I don't want to crash Unity. That would be major suckage. Big Sag. I only sit in my hot tub for big hunking men. Oh my god. Why is it so warm? I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for this. Well, you got it. So what are you gonna do? Sit there and complain? Yes. Technically, the vault is a secondary objective. Technically. But, we've talked about it. I don't know because I'm just a level designer. That is a better question for our creative director. I need the red door. Give red. Drop AVP, men. Men, I save, please. I really wish I could put it down here. I want this pillar so it can connect to this, because otherwise it just looks kind of weird to me. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. Yeah, we got a boop-a-da-boop. Boop-a-da-boop. 2 and 3-story maps soon? Probably not. Castle Gate. Yeah, I don't think that's really a secondary objective though. It's kind of a niche of the room. Well, then I guess the vault button is a niche of the room as well. And it's a primary objective because you need to get to the button in order to get to the bomb. So I guess, yeah, there aren't any other secondary objectives, are there? Besides power. Door in the freezer from Storefront? No. There are 8 doors. They just don't have a door. Big dumb. Yeah, I don't know. Again, better question for Bard. I feel like the power rush is going to be insanely powerful in this map. What people are going to have to do is just barb off everything else. But I don't know, that's up for people to decide. All right, let's make a map. Another one, like DJ Khaled, another one. Start the tiles. Start your tiles. You know what my spirit engine sound is? Sebulba's Pod Racer. Love that sound. Or the God, episode 2 just had like episode of the prequels, they all had great sound design. Like dang, they had some great sound design. Do you guys have an A/B for the specific biome and map and separate? What? I don't quite understand what you're asking, sorry. What is this map? Level Gen, what have you given me? I honestly didn't even look. Get your stretches in. We are room passing. Yeah. We're looking at adding new rooms and updating existing ones constantly. It just kind of depends on the need of what we're doing. Like right now, I'm working on some new rooms for Kill House, which will probably be the new rooms, at least on my end of things. But like existing rooms, I think are a bit more of a toss-up because they require a lot more effort, and if something is already done, like it's kind of pointless to try to make it done just to redo it. Like we had to update shelving because it was like we were just using it so much, and we updated shelving into Pipeworks, which just worked a lot better. So arcade bombs, yes, they are rare because normally arcade spawns touching storefront. Kildome probably isn't going to get an update to rooms until we fix the OG3 of C-Store, Kill House, and Factory. One asset bundle with all the props for a map type and then one with the actual map? No, it needs to all be one map. Oh, do you guys have an asset bundle for the specific biome and map in a separate one? No, it's just one bundle. When is parking garage coming back? Soon. I just need to figure out what it's going to be, because right now it's just a big room that isn't big enough. Like making parking garage into a small room was my mistake in the first place. So it's gonna be bigger when it comes back. Parking garage was a green entrance room on Kill House. That had, it was a parking garage, but it was a very small parking garage. So when it comes back, it's gonna be bigger. It's gonna be much bigger. And it might not be a green room either. We'll have to see. Like the old one was always a green room. Or at least that's kind of the rule that we came up for it, because it just didn't make much sense to like not have it be not a green room. But yeah, I think we have some ideas for it. We're actually gonna not use this map. I want to find something that I don't have to do a lot of surgery on to get it running. Excuse me. Well, hopefully you like the new iteration of it as well. So much water in my body. So much water. Yeah, we have someone working on it who's dedicated to just optimizing the game. And some of the stuff he's doing is really, really cool. Like, we know it's a big deal that the pacing for a lot of people is killed, and then people with lower-end processors just get brutalized, but... yeah. It'll get better with time. Back in the original optimization blog post, the way it was said was it's a marathon, not a sprint. So, like, since that blog post, we've had a higher average frame count, as far as I'm aware. Like, significantly. Before it was probably, like, maybe, like, 80 maximum. And now I can get, you know, 120 to 140, depending on the map. On my home rig, at least. Which is a fairly high-end rig, granted. But... you know, I'm able to make more out of some of the things that the game offers because of it. So yeah, there is a lot of room for optimization. Yeah, I'm not sure about how the asset bundle system particularly works, or the niche little details of it. Again, as far as I'm aware, we just use it as a way for the server to recognize the maps. Like, we probably, if we didn't have to use asset bundles, could probably just throw the maps with the lighting data onto the server and it would be able to let you play on them. I'm guessing that's how that would work, but again, I don't know, that's the extent of what I know about asset bundles. So I am level man. Anything not level related is pretty much just my opinion. Or you should at least take it as just my opinion. Post-room. Lighting. The best pass. Ancient Hope. Not a bad map name either. Can this be an arcade bomb? I was thinking storage, because it's further away. Plus it would give me room to place red door and freezer. We do red door, freezer, red door, bathroom. I still have to think of where a breaker is gonna go. Like, if I put bomb back here, and I do red door, it's like, well, I'm kind of just... what's the word I'm looking for? I'm just zoning myself into placing the breaker in, like, right next to bomb. And on a map like this, you really don't want that. You want to try to spread the defenders out. Like, maybe an arcade bomb would be good, because it would give me the ability to put, like, power in office. But, I don't know. I really want it to be in storage. I think arcade would probably be a better bet. It's gonna be a huge pain in the butt to try to put a red door right here. Plus, like, the route to get into bomb is insanely quick from green. Like, you would never see a charge get used on this map. But this is the struggle of, well, now now I have to figure out where breaker goes and where doors go in relation to those things. And like, do I even want 2 red doors? Maybe I don't. I don't know. It would make my life a whole hell of a lot easier if I didn't have to. Which, technically, I don't. But it can't be every single C-store that I do that on. Or that is bad. I could move the shed. But where? Where would I move the shed to? Suppose I could just move it up a little bit. Just move it up like into this segment right here. Well, yeah, people are gonna complain no matter what I do. I could make literally a perfectly balanced 50-50 win rate map and people would complain. Like, it's gonna happen. And there's nothing I can do to stop it. Like, people are validated to their opinions and we are validated to make the best game that we can as designers. And both can coexist. People giving their opinion on something they do or don't like is something that we want. We just need to choose what we listen to and respond and act on. I mean, I don't like balanced maps either, that's the thing. But that's my point, is that people will say they want a balanced map, or that a map is imbalanced in one side or the other, one way or the other. And then we give them a balanced map and they'll complain about the balanced map. Like, it's literally a fight you cannot win. A fun map isn't always balanced, and a balanced map isn't always fun. I would rather create imbalance and deal with the few people that might complain about it because it's against their personal preference than make the whole game about imbalanced or balanced maps that theoretically are very good, but they aren't engaging or fun to play on. Because I've done that, and it is not fun to play on them or to make them. It just gets very repetitive and monotonous, and it kind of sucks the fun out of everything like a vampire. Yes, this is true. I require the shed. Your shed, give it to me now. Yeah, I mean, there are some strategies that are fairly powerful. Like, the one that I'm gonna keep bringing up because it's so prevalent is the C-store wall breach. Like, I can partially solve that from a level design standpoint, like partially. Which is good. Like, I enjoy solving that problem, and it's a good problem to try to solve. But at what point does it stop becoming a level issue and start becoming an issue with the wall charge? Or the fact that, you know, maybe the rooms surrounding storefront are never powerful enough for storefront bomb, and we need to redesign C-store to accommodate storefront being the primary room instead of all these auxiliary rooms that kind of like don't really relate to storefront, except that they're over here and they have an interesting door between them. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I'm trying to decide what to do about it. Like, by default, it's going to be something hard to defend because of the UAVs. Like, that alone pushes a lot of defenders off of their points of interest. But I think it's also a good example of why storefront needs more rooms that relate to it, because if you can defend against a skylight better, you'd be able to defend a bomb better, and a skylight being a green room is like a lot less negatively triggering than like a storefront bomb that just gets rushed every round, if that makes sense. Like, it feels like you're in more control if they manage to take the green room really easily, but then you lose out to, oh, I don't know, like, later in the round, you just lose because, I don't know, you missed a shot or they pushed really well or something. Like, it's a lot less like, oh, I really hate it that they just breached into storefront. It's like, okay, well, they're gonna breach storefront because it's their green entry. But it does give me a chance to look at these levels and say, okay, well, what can we change about them to make them more defendable other than just, haha, bomb is not in storefront, because it's gonna be in storefront in the, like, a lot. It's just the way it works. Yeah, but again, that is flashbangs. And I believe there's actually going to be a fix about that soon. The flashbangs going through cover. Because they're not meant to. Like, you know, it sucks when they do. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I thought it was on the roadmap, but I didn't want to give that false information. What? 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 Okay. Where's this one? What do you... Did I replace it with an empty one? No. 1 by 1. Roof 1 by 1, roof 1 by 1. Oh, I did replace it. Okay. I was going crazy there for a sec. Crazy. You ever play Crazy Taxi at the arcades? Pick up someone and it's like crazy. I need this guy. Let's see what we can do with a couple skylight covers. Again, I don't know, I kind of like how it works right now. Like, if it bounced around, or I don't know, our levels aren't exactly big enough for that, and on top of that, like the levels that are big enough, things like smoke grenades through the window, I don't see as much as I probably could. So, it's kind of a tough call to make. Like, if I saw lots of smokes going through windows and whatnot, I'd probably be like, yeah, you know, I agree. But I almost never see that. What I normally see is people throwing frags through windows. They don't throw smokes or flashes. Do-do-do. Yeah, plus if it bounced, I feel like it would just be something where people would just start running away as soon as they heard a grenade pin pulled every time because they knew they could get it away or get away from it. Whereas right now, if you hear a grenade pin get pulled, it's already a kind of long delay between the grenade pin being pulled, like that you can hear, especially if it's next to you, and the throw. Like, you have a choice to run away or push when you hear that. You know, they're like, chick, chick. Yeah, I mean, it could just be because of the players. It's always been a strong play. That's the thing. And like, it's a part of C-Store. The shutters aren't going anywhere. Like, they're not getting removed. They're not getting nerfed. Everything around them needs to be brought up to their power level, not power creeping the opposite way into nerf land. Like, defenders need to be given more ways to actually defend the bomb from outside of the storefront. Like, given they have some cover in storefront, that should be what happens. But what typically happens is that they don't even have a lot of cover in storefront. Like, this is like a minimal amount of cover, but I think it'll work for this map, and I would rather have a minimal amount of cover personally. So. Alright, I need doors. Let's do a deli cooler right here, actually. Problem with the deli coolers is they're not as wide, and this, I think, is just wide enough for one barbed wire. So if I put a deli cooler down, even though I want to, yeah, I think it's just gonna end up being a tad bit too short. Yeah, it will. Like, right now it's like the perfect size, maybe even a bit big for barbed wire. I don't know. Try not to think about it too much, I suppose, but if I'm making a choke point, I might as well try to make it a good choke point instead of kind of half-assing it. I feel like that's the better way. Yeah, see you on the next stream, Snarms. Get your sleep. Sleep well, brethren. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Move this teller indicator down a wee bit. Move the bathroom up a wee bit. We could get one more in if I finish this one up real quick. Be a good amount. I think that's what, 4 or 5? Let's see. How are we doing? It would be 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so if we get one more done, it would be 4, and I think that's a good place to stop. So let's get it done. Instead of, you know, Bob the Builder's catchphrase, I wonder in 20 years or something what the catchphrase of kids' shows are gonna be. You know how they have just little, like, quips that they say? You know, in 20 years you'll be seeing the Teletubbies talking to each other and they'll be like, sheesh! Oh my goodness. Washington, you have no business being 83 right now. Let's get a couple of these. Shibba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Couple of those. Let's get a pallet back here. Pallet. The water. Instead of this guy, let's do the water pallet. Stairs. I need red doors. Red door, please. Boop, 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 boop. Now we gotta change that texture back because we are absolute savages for yoinking shed over a couple. Make sure that all that roof stuff is all tagged up. Well, let's move this guy like there maybe? No, we need that other red door. What did I say it would put it like freezer? No, we'll do it arcade. We'll do it here. No, I'd rather put it here as an incentive to go bomb over power. It's like this push is already pretty brutal. You have to go through 1, 2, 3, 4 main choke points, not including a door. And a couple of these have really dirty angles on them. Plus that you could sit like way back here on bomb and watch through this door right here. And just shoot. Like, I know that there's a tall desk, but you could still just shoot across. Just blap people. Plus this way, people can actually kind of sit in freezer and try to defend it, instead of it just being a hopeless position to do anything from. Which I find that, like, if I put a red door in freezer, unless it's around the corner, it gets given up insanely easily. 2 charges to explode. I mean, technically the dome doors do. I know that's not what you mean, but in technicalities. But no, it would go against too many things that wouldn't be talked about, like, and we don't have a tutorial to really teach that stuff quite yet, so. Reinforced door at the bomb? Why would there be a reinforced door at the bomb? Freezer. Has this one just always been floating off the ground? Huh, yeah, it's interesting. Interesting. That just doesn't sit right with me. Just doesn't. I'd rather do this, I think. Build up a mini fortress. Yeah, that one was because of power being in the shed. I put power in the shed so you could wall charge it, get literally free power. But you had, in order to get into the building, you had to use a wall charge and a door charge from there. And it was the only red door on the map. And I had some experimenting I was doing with that because I wanted to see what would happen and if people would actually use it. And people kind of do, which is interesting to me. Yeah, the problem with the shed entrance is it's really hard to make it risky for the attackers and not the defenders. Defenders get flashed super hard already, and the only way to counter flash right now is to have a Molotov at the ready, and as soon as you get a flash thrown in, you just chuck a Molotov down and hope they don't try to push through it. Otherwise you just get pushed and die, and even then you might get pushed and die because the Molotov doesn't kill you if you're like standing in it and you run through it. I need to figure out where the heck this truck is gonna go. I'll put it like here maybe? That might work. Might be a little tempting for people, but they can figure out that the truck gun is very lethal. In fact, you know what else we can do? We can do one of these. Yeah, like that. Boom. Try to get out now, suckers! Suppose I could just throw it like back behind. No, because the shed can still see it if they kick shed, and like back here doesn't really fit anywhere, so. If there was a flashbang resistant thing, it would probably have to be a welding mask. Sunglasses won't protect you against a flashbang. But a welding mask would, and it would neutralize just the flash but not the bang. Even if you were like looking at it. At least that would be my 2 cents on the idea. But at the same time, getting shotgun tubbed from, like, if they're just sitting here like this is a bigger pain in the butt to me than flashbangs. Because you just sit there, let's assume this door has to be kicked, and then you're locked into kicking animation, and they can literally walk up to you, barrel stuff you, and then run away before your teammates can do anything. Whereas before, if you kicked a door, and they're standing on the other side, they just get annihilated, like they die. Flashbangs should be powerful, they shouldn't be able to hit through walls. Easy peasy. Mollies are that device, sure, but they also slow the gameplay pace down, which I like, because you have to stop attackers' push. Like, you have to stop their momentum somewhere. And mollies are really good at that, but it's, I don't know. They also kind of kill the gameplay loop for me and like the pacing of it. Because they just shut it down. They shut the game down for like 15 seconds where no one's doing anything. Like you literally just stand there and wait. And then, oh, if they have another one, you have now wasted 30 seconds literally doing nothing but standing. It's, I don't know. Yep. Or people would just take it first round like they already do for the mop. You know? Even if it's a C-store. Like, I know some people just meme on it, but then some people are like, I am designated sniper and I take sniper every round no matter what the map is, and I use it all the time and no one else can ever take it. And it's just like, dude, like, you're not even that good. Like, have you ever played a game with someone like that and they're just like, I am only sniper, and it's like, oh, are you now? Okay, I drop you op, and you drop them an op and they literally don't hit a single shot. They're bottom of the scoreboard. They're like 0-5, and you're just like, dude, I'm not gonna give you another op. And they're like, but you have the money. And it's like, yeah, I do, but you didn't do anything with it last time. It's like, no, but I'm the sniper. It's like, no, stop it. Stop it. Get some help. Drop AVP, man. Again, like, you can have a one-of-one item. The power weapons are a perfect example of that. But what is stopping someone from just picking it up first round, immediately dying with it, or running outside and because they're like, funny flashbang proof, and then all of a sudden you now no longer have that great item. Like, imagine if someone just took both the frag grenades and threw them outside the truck, not killing anyone, but also not even throwing them inside the level. Just because they're frag grenades. Hello, no. How are you? Single map use? Yeah, but that's not really the point. Like, we don't dictate what you guys do in the game, I suppose. Like, you know, if you want to take a flash resistant mask first round, it's more like, okay, well, how does the person that take it get penalized in some way to where it is, like, they can't just auto take it every time it's available. Like, is there an economy system? Is there a penalty for using it, like lower field of view? Is it both? Is it neither? Like, I don't know. This is all gameplay topics stuff that isn't level topics, so I'm just more or less throwing my opinion out there. Hey, that's good, man. It is so warm in the Pacific Northwest right now. And humid, and I hate it. So hopefully wherever you are, it is not nearly as miserable. Yeah, it is fun to discuss. I do this as well, but I really hate the excuse for something of it would be cool. Like, it would be cool if we were, like, you know, making 100 maps a week, and it would be cool if, you know, we had cart and shield back already, and it would be cool if performance could be run at like a gajillion frames a second. It would be cool if a lot of things would happen, but like, it doesn't. It would be cool is not a very good argument for why something should happen. And again, I do it all the time. I'm like, it would be cool if we had this, and then I have to stop myself or reprimand myself because I'm like, no, you can't say that, because a lot of things would be cool, but what can be done? There is a big difference in those two things. All right, that's good. What was the image below the map? It's the old loading screen image. It's just a static picture that the screenshot camera would take instead of the UAV mode. I'm pretty sure it was just like a static image of like a random map. the other thing with the mask is like it would probably be pretty unwieldy. Like you wouldn't be able to ADS with it. Because I mean, it's a welding mask, for example. Or even if it was sunglasses, like they would have to be real thick sunglasses. So, you know, would you be able to ADS with that? My bet would be no. I mean, yeah, because that's what they deal with. They deal with the problems, and then they try to trust that the game designers will come up with a solution eventually. Like, you have, I guess the way to think about it is like, people will only ever give feedback or their opinions or complaints about something that they have personally experienced instead of an overarching problem that needs fixing. Unless they're like really deep into it. Like we've had some people recently, well, and I guess just all throughout, like ever since I joined GEC, that have put together some very compelling arguments for why things should or shouldn't be done in a certain way. And those are always the best kind of discussions to have because they've obviously put thought into it. They're not just like emotional reacting because they had like a bad game or whatever. And then on top of all of that, like they actually provide a somewhat reasonable solution. Sometimes it's just kind of like, okay, well, we're not going to remove this thing from the game. It's just not happening. But other times they'll provide a very realistic and reasonable solution and we can actually like implement it, which is a good feeling. And then it actually comes back that, hey, you know, it was a good thing to do. But yeah, saying that something could be done because it would be cool is like the equivalent of saying if the leprechaun at the end of the rainbow exists, I'd wish for. Like it's the same thing to me. Hey Warhorse, my day has been warm and humid. I am literally sweating in my room. It is 83 in here because my computer is going. I have my fan on exhaust, but not too loud because otherwise it'd be picked up. I'm very sore. My muscles ache right now. I took a lot of cool photos yesterday of people biking. That was really fun. Got to hang out with a friend I hadn't seen in a while. Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of chilling. I need to get a lot of work done with maps today, so I'm trying to decide if I go biking after this or not. And I'm thinking I'm not going to be able to today, which makes me a little sad, but that's all right. I should probably give my body like a day of rest. Yeah, you have it worse. I'm more or less just complaining to complain. Like, it's 83 and humid. That's like not that bad in the grand scheme of things, but I feel like we're actually getting into the summer days a little bit sooner than I'd like for Western Washington, so yeah, I'm really happy I got some cool shots, yeah. I still need to edit them though. I came home and I was exhausted because I was just hiking around with a backpack at the trails. And it's not a very big trail system, but I'm not used to hiking with like a ton of camera equipment. It was the first time I had really like done something like that. Ooh, here we go. Now we can do your arcade bomb. Clever fist. A flexible air duct can put between your PC exhaust and the window. The problem is my PC exhausts in like 3 different places. So I pretty much need to like tie a bag around my PC, except for the front, and then put a vent outside my window. And like my desk wouldn't allow for that. So I suffer. It happens every summer here. Like my room has really horrible ventilation and I most of the time have my door closed anyways because I'm a very loud individual. And I don't want to disturb the other people in my household. Yep. I am all the way at the section of the house that gets no sun, like in my window, but I'm also the last one to have any warm air in their bedroom, and it sucks. Yeah, I'm sure it is. I just like having my door closed because my back is always to the door and I hate people sneaking up on me. Like when I'm at the computer and I'm too stubborn to move my desk because it would put me with like maybe like 2 feet to move my chair. And that's just not, it's not enough. Like I take up 2 feet, just like my thighs. Yeah, dude, I will find spiders occasionally by playing on my PC, and the wall behind my PC is like, there's like the window and then it's flanked by wall, and I'll see them crawling up the wall from the window, and it is terrifying. They're not very big, like the screen stops most of the really big ones. But occasionally there's been some ones that are like the size of a fingernail. And I wouldn't say I'm against spiders, but like I'd really prefer it if they just stayed the heck outside. Or at least out of sight. So when they're on my wall and I can see them, yeah, I tend to put them outside really quickly and give them a stern talking to of why they shouldn't be inside. Hello, Tetra, welcome back. We were just talking about you. Talking lots of smack. A friend found a snake in his PC once? Okay, honestly, that'd be kind of dope. I would actually love to find a snake in my PC. That'd be really cool. I love anything that's scaly or like slimy amphibians or reptiles. Like I love all of those guys, but creepy crawlies, I don't know. I like critters, not creepy crawlies. It's just some primal thing. It's like I will look at them from a distance. Like their visual does not scare me, but as soon as they start getting close to like anything that they can bite, I'm out of there, dude. Heck no. I do not mess with that. Gamer snake? Yeah, dude, the snake was just gaming. He heard you had that razor. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Like, I'm sure the hardest part for a snake living in the city would be actually getting sunlight. Besides that, like, they have plenty of plentiful food sources and mice and rats. So... Snakes in the sewer. You ever seen those pictures of it's like snakes that have come up out of people's like toilets, like drains and stuff? Like that stuff terrifies me. What if you're just doing your business, minding your thing, and then you're like, wait, why is my excrement moving? Oh my god, there's a snake in my toilet. Very cool. Or even worse, you don't notice. Can you imagine? Oh. Yeesh, yeah. Yeah, I hate scorpions. I can deal with most creepy crawlies, but scorpions, nope. No thank you. I don't mess with scorpions at all. Scorpions are a big no-no. And Britain is just peaceful mode. You guys just have like drunks at the pubs. That's like your local wildlife. You could go spotting for them. It's like, oh, that's George. He's always around here this time of night. Hey, George, you found any lads? He's like, hey, fuck off. Ah, good old George. That's his mating call. Yeah, scorpions are just, they're just, bleh. Like, again, they're kind of cool to look at in, you know, all of that stuff in the wild. And then you find out things like, oh yeah, these scorpions are like a type of, what are they? They're like invertebrates? That doesn't sound right. They're a type of creature that can basically live off of nothing. Like, try to exterminate a scorpion and you will find it alive 6 months later, probably in the same place. Because they're just that resilient and they don't care. Like, to fumigate your house from a scorpion infestation, even if it's just like a couple, is nightmarish, apparently. Dude, it's always this T arcade, man. God dang. We're talking about bugs. Bugs and biddies. Insect Horror Night? Yeah, dude. I do like insects. Like, I think they're a cool creature, but I wouldn't ever own them as pets. Unless I knew what it was and how to safely handle it, I wouldn't try to catch them. Not anymore, at least. With some of the nasty ones that we have around here. Spiders are a big no-no for picking up for me. I don't pick up spiders anymore. Because we have some gnarly buggers around here. Just that I don't want to deal with. And yeah. Anymore? Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, I didn't really care because I was like, I mean, it's a spider. Like, it's kind of scary looking and they're fast, but like, I don't know. I was a kid. I picked up every bug I could find. I was like, hey, look at this one. This one's kind of fat. And I'm like, oh, cool, it's kind of fat. But now it's like, I don't know. I see a spider and I'm like, okay, buddy, can you stay right there for me for like ever? That'd be great, thanks. I appreciate it. Like I had one of those bug catcher dealios, like you could stick it over a bug and then it would put it into a like container. It's like basically a really fancy bug net that had like an attached container to it. It was super complicated for no apparent reason, and a net would have probably just been better. But that way I didn't have to even risk touching the bugs. And then one day I picked up a beetle with my bare hand because I was like, these bugs aren't scary, and it had the like jaws that were like twice the size of it, and I didn't see them at first, and then it unfurled them and it freaked me out super hard. And I was like, nope, I'm not picking up bugs again, not for a while. And I pretty much still don't. Like anything like scaly or slimy, I don't care too much about. But anything that has like 8 legs, no thank you. Yeah, like cicadas are pretty cool as well, but they have the problem of just being loud as heck for no reason other than mating. I'm sure there's other reasons, but you know, it's primarily mating, and it's just annoying because it's like, hey buddy, I'm trying to sleep here. They're like, and it's like, no, stop. And then there's bugs that can get like just massive, they get huge. Like honestly, those ones are a lot easier to deal with than the ones that are not big, because at least you know where they are most of the time, you know? Like big tarantula, I don't know. Might be a little scary because they can be fast, but it's not as scary to me as like a tiny scorpion. I don't know, I think it's just scorpions, man. Scorpions are just like a big no for me. Like I've seen them in the wild like once, and I think that was really good enough for me. Like ever since then I've been like, nope, the more I learn about scorpions, the more I just don't want them anywhere near me. Let's get the blank one in. Are we gonna need breaker? Yes, of course we are. Of course! Let's do CL breaker. Breaker. Bow, 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 bow. CL breaker sounds like a stage name for like a really crummy techno artist. Coming to you live from Port Angeles' most hideous downtown club, CL Breaker. He attacked you at his weakest, taking a page out of Sun Tzu. I can't say I've ever seen anything but spiders in our bathtub, and even then, it's never like while we're in it. It's always just kind of they're there because I guess they came out of the drain or something. What would Breaker's special move be? I don't know, because it's kind of like something you might hear at like WWE, but I think it would be more of a techno stage name. That's my internal canon for it. Bringing down the house, but instead he just turns off the lights and runs out off stage. Yeah, I can imagine, dude. Just you open up your shoes and there's just bugs just there. No thanks. I will stick to where the bugs stay outside, and then they can try to get inside, and our screens are pretty good. And then they can't, unless they find ways in which case they can, and we deal with them. Oh yeah, centipedes are another one that I do not mess with. Like those giant centipedes, yeah, no thanks, dog. I'll pass. No, thank you. Let's grab this guy. Bugs by themselves aren't bad. It's when they get into the weird, like, morphs that they can do. Where it's like, you know, a beetle is a beetle. Like, it's not too bad. But then you start getting into things like beetles with big pincers, and beetles that sting, and beetles that shoot acid out their butt, and, you know, beetles that can fly, and beetles that can literally chop your finger off. Beetles that eat decaying matter, so you could just be covered in beetles. Golden beetles that people pick up and then they get bitten. Like, yeah. I think I will pass. Yeah, in your kitchen. That's the best one. When you're just chilling making food and there's a spider like, oh, saw, dude, it smells pretty good. Like, you were not invited. This is not a party for friends, family, and associated parties. No. I feel like a spider that did that would be named Jerry. It's a very Jerry thing to do. Invite himself to parties. Oh, I still have so much to clean up here. Has anyone ever eaten a bug? Like those fried crickets that you can buy at the store? I've always been too scared to eat any of those. I've heard that they're just kind of like crunchy. But I don't know. Like I can... It's hard because I feel like I could deal with the actual act of eating it. But oh, there's going to be a floating speaker on that other map. But at the same time, like maybe I couldn't, you know, and I'd just puke my guts out because it would be disgusting. You don't need shrimp? Okay, you're missing out if you're not having shrimp, though. Like, shrimp tacos? Oh, baby, you are missing out. Plus, shrimp doesn't even, like, really taste fishy. Especially when, well, I mean, most things don't taste fishy unless you kind of undercook them, but... You don't eat anything that lives in water? What's the opposite of pescatarian, then? Because that's what you are, right? It's like you don't eat anything that lives in water, whereas a pescatarian doesn't eat fish? Wait, no, that is pescatarian, right? Oh, they just taste bad. Terratarian? Oh, that's a hard one. Say that 20 times fast. Terratarian, 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 terratarian. Oh my goodness, that's tiring. Terratiring. Ooh. Oh, you are in the ground. Yeah, I don't think you could be from the Pacific Northwest and really not like fish. We have so much good seafood around here, it's kind of a shame to be in that situation. But, I mean, at the same time, you know, different taste buds are different. I didn't like sushi for literally the longest time, and then I had some really good sushi, and I was like, okay, maybe, you know, maybe I can do this whole sushi thing. I still don't do bubble tea, though. Bubble tea gets me every time. I've had it, like, I think twice, and both times, I feel like I am putting, like, alien eggs inside my stomach when I have the bubbles, the tapioca or whatever it is. Blech. Oh, thank you. Yeah. It's an acquired taste. No, there's no taste thing going on here. I am literally suffering because of the act of eating this is making me gag. Like, no thank you. I think I will pass. Which is a shame, because I bet they have some really good flavors, actually. Like, it was never the flavor of the bubble tea that was bad. The flavor was always actually really good. It was just... They give you, like, half a cup of bubbles, and I just want the drink. And I don't know how to say, like, I want bubble tea, hold the bubbles. Like, that just... that does seem a little redundant, don't you think? It's like going to a sandwich shop and be like, yeah, I want the sandwich, hold the meat, please. Like... Why don't you just go and get a salad on bread? You know, it's the same thing. But no, it's not. Yes, it is. It is, and you know it. Like, you could go to Olive Garden, get breadsticks infinitely, and also get a salad, and it would be the same experience. No, you just you pack the salad into the breadsticks. It's that easy. What are your thoughts about on almost all Chaos maps leading to matches being wallbang central? I don't like it, and I'm looking at ways of changing it. Like, I'm not a fan, for sure. It sucks to feel like you got wallbanged. But I also do have to keep in consideration that, you know, these walls on Kill House are a thematic element. So, there's a balance point. I just need to find it. I think it'll even out a little bit when there's more rooms added that are not rooms that you can actively shoot through all the time. So more rooms that have very thick walls. So you'll still be able to get that wallbang penetration, but it's going to be from, like, you know, hallway to another room that's connected via the thin wall, and it's going to become a sometimes thing instead of an all the time thing, which is the idea. Like every single match becoming wallbang central is not good IMO. No, because it's a thin wooden wall. Like, changing the thickness of the wall is not the solution that I'm looking at. It is literally making new rooms that have other types of thick walls. So, let's say there was more rooms like Brick House that now has a very thick brick wall surrounding it to stop bullets. Like, that makes sense. We need more rooms that do things like that to break up the long sight lines that you can get like across the map on Kill House by wall banging, and they need to be in the middle or like spread out. Just changing what is a very thin wooden wall to be thick is not only deceptive, but it actually wouldn't solve anything, because very few things are actually stopped by the thickness of the thickness category. Like, yeah, sure, it would deal with pistols, which are kind of annoying, but the main ones are like KR would still be able to pen it because it can pen thick. Nat can still pen it. Gruber wouldn't be able to pen it, which is fine, but like all the other rifles would be able to. Shotgun wouldn't, but you don't see people wall banging with shotgun, so you'd pretty much be nerfing pistols in the Gruber, and that's the only thing you're doing. Yeah, but you're still wall banging with it. That's the thing. Like, if I don't want people to wall bang, I will just make a room that has very thick walls. Half damage is still half damage after all. Like, it would need, if there was something like a new room that existed with thick walls, it need a different language to show that it's thick, first of all, instead of thin. And then second of all, it would need a way to be placed so that it was separate from other very thick walls, in my opinion. Because then you have multiple areas of the map where you can't wall bang through because there's this barrier that is gonna stop your bullets. Right? It might stop it in the room, or it might stop it at the second wall of the room, but it will still stop it, and you won't be able to just do this like crazy like arcade to bathroom wall bang anymore on Kill House, for example. There actually was one for a while. I don't know what happened to it. Like, it might have just gotten lost in the refactor. I'm not quite sure. But I know that at one point there was one. This wall looks empty. Let's get this. I want the storefront stuff. Where is it? No. That's not what I want. None of these are really what I want, I suppose. I just want things to put on the wall. I don't want anything in particular. I just want like these. Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, because I didn't see the legs. Oh, that's right, and I need to get the, keep forgetting to get this. I know what I was doing up here earlier. I just had to think. Brace your eyes, we're going in. Oh god, it's hideous. It's letting me edit them? What? Since when? Oh, it's glorious. I love it. Okay, I just want to get rid of all the snaps. Can you let me do that, Mr. Unity? That'd be very cool. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, I do too. Like, we've discussed it before, where on the map screen, what it would be is something where you can mouse over a wall, and it gives you the info on that wall with a pop-up or something similar. So let's say you were looking at this map, and you wanted to know, okay, well, what does this wall do? And it would say, okay, well, this wall is a exterior wall. Can it be breached? No. You know? Or like if you had a window, let's just assume there was a window here for whatever reason, it'd, you know, pop up with a visual of what that window looked like with a slightly swaying back and forth motion, like a rotation to it. So it's like, you know, here's what it looks like from multiple angles. Here's what you can expect. It breaks. Then you could also distinguish between a breakable and an unbreakable bulletproof window. So if I click on like this, specifically on the teller hole, it would say, bulletproof glass. You can see, but you can't shoot. Includes a teller hole for you to slide cash or grenades or bullets through. Or, you know, the doors, the special yellow doorways. That would be able to show, like, if the power is out, you know, if this was a vault door, the vault wouldn't be able to open, or if the power is out, the button wouldn't be able to work. Like things like that would definitely, we've talked about, but we just don't have the manpower. On being able to create a map, like create a map, you literally just gen it, and then you tell us what you want, and we do our best to interpret what you want, and then we make revisions based upon that. I need stairs. In order to make a tile set, that's a whole big endeavor into things like gameplay design and map design and automation, and it requires so many little fields. Yeah, if you're the upper echelon of our content creation peeps, I think they're executors. Executors, executors, one of the two, I don't remember which. But they get chosen at random to create maps. Occasionally, it doesn't happen very often, but cool. This map is done. Any final comments, questions, concerns, or critiques? Let them know in the comments below. For us, it would be Twitch chat. Hey, good on you, Warhorse. Alrighty, well that's gonna do it for me. Thank you all so much for stopping by, and I will catch you next week on the next map making stream, or maybe sooner. We will see. But again, thank you all for popping in, saying hello, hanging out with me, and helping me make some maps. And I will see you next time.
Mr. Swan, I'm receiving at 39.